In this class, we will discuss about exercise 3.1 pair of linear equations in two variables. So, what about this question? Observe, on comparing the ratios a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 and c1 upon c2, find out whether the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. We are having 5 questions. These are what pair of linear equations we want to find, which one is consistent and which one is inconsistent. So how we will solve these equations? So we are having what? Linear equations, pair of linear equations. Each question is having two linear equations. Two linear equations of two variables. Clear? So general form of linear equations of two variables. Observe, general form of linear equation. What I am saying? General form of linear equation of two variables, and that is what? Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. This is what? Linear equation. This is a linear equation of two variables. X and y are two variables, and a is the coefficient of x and b is the coefficient of y and c is the constant term. So this is what? Linear equation in two variables. Now in these questions we are having two linear equations in two variables. For this one, this and this one. So these are what? Two linear equations in two variables. Once we are having two linear equations in two variables, pair of linear equations in two variables, then what we can say? We will compare the ratios of these equations a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 and c1 upon c2. Once a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then we can say we are getting intersecting line, and intersecting lines are what? Consistent. If we are getting these types of the ratio, then we can say pair of linear equation is consistent. When we are getting these types of the ratio a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then we can say pair of linear equations is consistent. Clear? If we are getting the ratios like this, a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 equal to c1 upon c2, and this is what? Coincident line. This relation is showing what? We are having two linear equations, pair of linear equations, and they are what? Coincident, and pair of linear equation is what? Consistent. In both cases, this one and this one, we are getting consistent. And last one, this condition having inconsistent system, pair of linear equations is what? Inconsistent. So observe, first question I am taking, what will be the solution of question number 1? Observe, we are having two linear equations of the two linear equations in two variable. I am rewriting these equations. 3x plus 2y, now I am writing in the general form. And what about the general form? Of two variables linear equations in two variables. This is the general form, so I am writing in this form. So 3x plus 2y, this can be written as minus 5 equal to 0. This is the equation number 1. Another one is what? 2x minus 3y equal to 7. So this can be written as minus 7 equal to 0. This is the equation number 2. Now we will find the ratios From this one we can say a1 value will be what? Once we compare these linear equations from the general linear equations, then what we are getting? a1 equal to 3, b1 equal to 2 and c1 equal to what? Minus 5. Now a2 equal to 2, this value, this will be a2, b2 equal to what? Minus 3 and c2 equal to what? Minus 7. Clear? Once we compare, then we are getting the coefficient values. Clear? Then finding the ratios. What will be the ratio? Observe. Ratios will be a1 upon a2 will be what? 3 by 2. b1 upon b2 equal to what? 2 upon minus 3. 2 upon minus 3, this can be written as minus 2 by 3. By observing both ratios, we are getting 3 upon 2 is not equal to minus 2 upon 3. This is positive and this one is negative. They cannot be equal. So what we can say implies a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. We are getting these equations are intersecting lines. These equations are intersecting at a point and we are getting consistent system. So what we can say, pair of linear equations is what? Consistent. So answer of this one will be what? Consistent. This will be what? Result. This is the question number 1, and from these two, consistent or inconsistent, we obtain pair of linear equation is what? Consistent. Why? Because a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Intersecting lines we are getting, and intersecting lines are what? Consistent. Clear? I hope you understand this thing. Same process we will follow in each questions. Observe carefully. Now I am taking question number 2. What is the question? Observe. Again we are having two linear equations in two variables. So question number 2 I am taking. First I am writing these equation in the general form. So how we will write? First one is 2x minus 3y minus 8 equal to 0. From the right side, this constant term can be written as in a left side and sign will be changed. This is equation number 1. Now the next equation, 4x minus 6y minus 9 equal to 0. This will be what? Equation number 2. First one is what? 2x minus 3y minus 8 equal to 0. Second one will be what? 4x minus 6y minus 9 will be 0. How this one is coming? Minus 9. Once we bring this, once we transpose this from the right to left, then sign will be changed and we will write like this. Now we will compare these equations from the general linear equations. Then what we are getting? Values of a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2. From the first equation we can write a1, b1 and c1 value. a1 is the coefficient of x, b1 is the coefficient of y, and this is minus 3, and c1 is the constant term. So c1 equal to minus 8. Clear? Now write values of coefficients of equation 2. Coefficient of x will be what? a2, and this will be what? 4. Coefficient of y will be what? b2, and this will be what? Minus 6, and constant term c2 will be what? Minus 9. Clear? Now find the ratios. How we will find the ratio? Observe. a1 upon a2 is what? 2 upon 4, and once we solve we are getting 1 by 2. 1 time 2 time it is going 1 by 2 ratio. Clear? Now next, b1 upon b2. How we will write b1 upon b2? B1 is what? Minus 3 and B2 is minus 6. Minus 3 upon minus 6. Minus will be cancelled to each other. One time it is going, two time it is going. We are getting 1 by 2. Till we are having the ratios A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2. So we should be find the ratio of what? C1 upon C2. What will be the ratio? C1 is what? Minus 8 upon minus 9. Minus 8 upon minus 9. Minus to minus will be cancelled, but result will be what? 8 upon 9. We cannot simplify. So finally what we can say? We can say A1 upon A2. I am writing like 1 upon 2 equal to 1 upon 2. This ratio equal to this one, but not equal to 8 upon 9. So what we can say? We can say A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2. A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2. Clear? But not equal to C1 upon C2. Yes or no? A1 upon A2, ratio of A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2, but not equal to the C1 upon C2. It means this is the condition number 3. That time we are getting parallel lines and system is what? Inconsistent. So what we are getting? Inconsistent system. The result will be what? Pair of linear equation is inconsistent. So that time we are getting what? Inconsistent answer. So finally we obtain the result. Pair of linear equation will be what? Inconsistent. I hope you understand this question. Now I am taking next question. Question number 3. Question number 3 I am taking. What about this question? Same process we will follow. Question number 3. What is this one? I am writing in the general form. How we will write? 3 by 2 x plus 5 by 3 y minus 7 equal to 0. This is the equation number 1. Now what about the next equation? 9x minus 10y minus 14 equal to 0. This is equation number 2. Now find the A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 by comparing these equations from the general equations. So A1 will be what? 3 by 2. B1 equal to what? 5 by 3. And C1 equal to what? Minus 7. Clear? Now from the second equation, A2 will be what? 9. B2 will be what? Minus 10 and C2. This is the B2 and C2 will be what? C2 will be minus 14. Clear? Now next task to find the ratios of A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2 and C1 upon C2. So how we will find? I am finding the ratios of A1 upon A2. First I am finding A1 upon A2. Now value of A1 is what? 3 by 2 and value of A2 is what? 9. So this can be written as 3 by 2 divided of 9, and once we reciprocal of denominator, then what we are getting? 3 by 2. This can be written as like this. This can be reciprocal. 3 by 2 is the numerator and its reciprocal will be what? This is 9 upon 1. So this can be written as what? Reciprocal of this one will be 1 upon 9. One time it is going, 3 time it is going. Result is what? 1 upon 6. Clear? Now next ratio, B1 upon B2. How we will find? Value of B1 is 5 by 3. b1 is 5 by 3 divided of b2 is what, minus 10, and its denominator part is 1. Again we will reciprocal of this one, then we are getting 5 upon 3 into minus 1 upon 10. Solve this one time, 2 time, finally what we are getting, minus 1 upon 6. Clear? Yes or no? But first time a1 upon a2 equal to 1 by 6 and b1 upon b2 is what, negative. It means both ratios are not equal. So what we can say, 1 by 6 is not equal to minus 1 by 6, and finally what we can say, a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. So the pair of linear equations is what, consistent. First one, intersecting point we are getting, so we can say consistent. Its answer will be what, consistent. Clear? So this will be its answer. Easy question. Compare these equations. First write these equations in the general form, then compare from the general equations, a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2, then find the ratios. If a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then we are getting consistent. But a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2, that time only we are getting inconsistent system. If all ratios are equal, then we can say consistent system. Clear? Now observe question number 4th one. Whole questions are same category, easy. 4th one I am taking. What about this one? 4th one is this one. Again I am not in the general form. First we will write in the general form. So what will be the general form? 5x minus 3y transpose 11 from right to left, then this will be what, minus 11 equal to 0. Equation number 1 we are getting. 5x minus 3y minus 11 equal to 0. Now next equation, minus 10x plus 6y, again transpose from the right to left, then what we are getting, minus, so this will be what, positive, plus 22 equal to 0. This will be what, equation number 2. Now these equations are in the general form. Compare from the general equations. These are the general equations. So what will be the values of a1 b1 c1 and a2 b2 c2? So a1 will be what, coefficient of x 5, b1 will be what, minus 3, and c1 equal to what, minus 11. Clear? Write carefully. Now a2 equal to what, minus 10, b2 equal to what, 6, and c2 equal to what, 22. Once we compare, then we are getting a1 5, b1 minus 3, c1 minus 11, a2 minus 10, b2 plus 6, and c2 is what, 22. Clear? Now find the ratios. Now our task to find what, ratios. So how we will find the ratios? Same process. We will divide a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2, and c1 upon c2. We obtain the values. So a1 upon a2 will be what, 5 upon a2 is what, minus 10. Solve this one, simplify 1 time, 2 time. What we are getting, 1 upon minus 2. This can be written as minus 1 by 2. Clear? b1 upon b2, what will be the ratio? Minus 3 upon 6, minus 3. b1 is minus 3, b2 is 6. Solve this one. 1 time it is going, 2 time it is going. Same, till we are getting the same ratio. a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2. So we should be find what? c1 upon c2. c1 upon c2 will be what? Values of c1 is what? Minus 11, and c2 is what? 22. Solve this one, 1 time, 2 time. We are getting minus 1 by 2. So what we can say, we are getting minus 1 by 2 equal to minus 1 by 2 equal to minus 1 by 2. Ratios of these will be what? Minus 1 by 2 equal to minus 1 by 2 equal to minus 1 by 2. It means a1 upon a2 equal to A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2 equal to C1 upon C2, or finally what we can say, this is the condition of coincident line, or we can say pair of linear equations is what? Consistent. Pair of linear equation will be what? Consistent, and this will be the required answer which one we want. So these equations, pair of these linear equations will be what? Consistent. Clear? Now last question I am taking. What will be the question number 5? Observe, I am writing the equations, given equations in the general form. So how we will write question number 5.1? Question number 5.1 I am taking. First equation is 4 upon 3x plus 2y, and transpose this one towards the left, then this will be minus 8 equal to 0. This is the equation number 1. Now second equation we are having 2x plus 3y minus 12 equal to 0. This is the equation number 2. Clear? Once we transpose, we are getting negative. Transpose towards the left, we are getting minus 12. Clear? Now find the values of A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 by comparing general equations. So what will be the values of A1? A1 is 4 upon 3, B1 is what? 2, and C1 is what? Minus 8. A2 equal to what? 2. A2 will be from this second equation. A2 equal to what? 2. B2 equal to what? 3, and C2 equal to what? Minus 12. Observe again, this is the A1, B1, C1, A2, B2 and C2. Now find the ratios. Same process we are doing in all questions. Now find the what? Ratios we will find. Then what will be the ratio? A1 upon A2. What about the A1? 4 upon 3 divided of A2 is 2. Now its denominator will be 1. Now reciprocal of this one will be what? And this can be written as 4 by 3 into 1 by 2. Solve this one time, 2 time. Multiply 2 upon 3 will be the ratio. Now B1 upon B2. B1 is a 2, B2 is 3. So this is what? 2 upon 3. Till we are getting both ratios will be equal. Now what about the C1 upon C2? If not equal, then we will say consistent system. Otherwise we will find the C1 upon C2. So what will be the value? Minus 8 upon minus 12. So minus will be plus. Now solve. Both are divisible by 4. 2 times it is going. 4 2 ja 8 and 4 3 ja 12. So ratio we are getting 2 upon 3. So in this question also we are getting all ratios are equal. So what we can say? 2 upon 3 equal to 2 upon 3 equal to 2 upon 3, and finally what we can say? A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2 and equal to C1 upon C2. We are getting both linear equations are what? Coincident, and that time we are getting pair of linear equations is what? Consistent. So same answer we are getting as a question number 4th. We are getting the consistent system and coincident line. Same we are getting in the question number 5. We are getting the coincident lines, and we can say pair of linear equation. Pair of linear equation is what? Consistent. So we discussed about the question number 3. So in this question 3, what we are doing? We are solving what? We are having pair of linear equations. We want to check which one is the consistent and which one is inconsistent. So we will follow same process as a checking of what? Intersecting line, coincident line and what? Parallel line. Same things we will find. We will compare from the general equations and find the ratios, and then we can say if intersecting then consistent, coincident then also consistent, but parallel lines then we can say inconsistent system. So this is the question number 3 of exercise 3.1. I hope you understand these all questions. Thank you so much.